Hello and welcome back to this course series. We are still working with the Python dictionary in this video. And in this video, we are going to be looking at dictionary comprehension. So what is dictionary comprehension? In one of our past videos, we were able to work with list comprehension. And in that video, we were able to create a list by iterating over a collection of data. So we had something like a range, which is a collection of numbers within a particular range. And you could also have just a list of data, and then you loop over it and check whether a particular condition is met, and you use it to create another list just in one single line of code. So what we want to do now is that we want to use the same method that we used to create a list comprehension to use and create a dictionary comprehension. So without further waste of your time, let us dive into start working. So now I am going to start by creating an iterable, and I am sure that we have already mentioned that an iterable is a collection of data and a list is a collection of data. Okay, so let's see if we have any iterable here predefined. We have a dictionary, but we do not want to work with it, or we can still work with it if we want to loop over it and check for a condition and then use the outcome to create another dictionary. We can do that, but right now I want to create a list, and so this is or a list of colors. So I'm going to call colors, and I'm going to set it to a list of colors. So I'm going to have red, blue, yellow, and maybe green. So, and how do we create this dictionary comprehension? So how we create it is that we want to set a dictionary variable to an empty dictionary first. Okay, so we are going to set it to maybe color dictionary, color underscore dic, and I'm going to set it to an empty dictionary. So at this point, we are going to write the basic syntax of how to get a dictionary comprehension done. So I'm going to leave this empty dictionary now, and I'm coming to the top here, and I'm going to write the syntax in a comment. So, and the syntax is we open and close our dictionary curly braces, and we write the key, what we want to be the key of that dictionary, followed by a colon, and then we write what we want to be the value. So, but then we can write the value in relative to the values in the iterable. So what I mean is that, for instance, we want to take the values in this iterable, that is red, blue, yellow, and green, word for word, and add them in a dictionary. And then the key, whatever we want to be the key. So if we want the key to also be these words, we are going to write it as that the colors are going to be the words, right? So now, for instance, I want to the colors also to be the key. So I am going to say that I want color, and I want it to be color again. So I want the color to repeat itself for color in colors.
Okay, so as you can see, we are having a small error here, and that's because I did not assign this properly. So I'm going to run this, and now, okay, I'm going to color. So we can see that we have red is red, blue is blue, yellow is yellow, and all that. So color, color, color. We know that Python knows that you are referring to this iterable. So everything that is coming to this key is coming from the iterable. So it will iterate over this collection of data, and then it will assign the key whatever you want it to be the key in relative to the values of this, and then it is also telling you that you also told Python that you want also color to be the value of the key color, right? So now color is color, blue is blue, red is red. Now, and you are telling Python that where this color is coming from, for each time you say color, that color is coming from these variable colors. So I hope this is at least that this at least makes sense to you. So right now we can now say that we can, however we want this color to be attributed, or we want this color to be represented in the new dictionary. So I can say color dots, maybe the length maybe of the color, right? So and we are going to convert it to a string so that we won't have errors. So we are going to convert it to a string, and I'm going to print this. So now we have red 4. Okay, so color, that is red, and the length of red. So blue, we have blue 4, yellow, you have yellow 6, and the rest of it, and the rest of that.
Now we understand. However, we want the other iterable to be manipulated, and before converting the new data to a string, to a dictionary, then we can add it after this colon, and then we add our 4, and then for the individual member of the iterable, right? So I hope this is clear enough. So we are going to write another example, and in this example we are going to create two iterables and we are going to merge them together to form a dictionary. So for this particular example, I'm going to create a key list, and I'm going to write keys so that by the time we reference it as key, well, it's not like, okay, we can just set it to key so that you understand it better, and we set it to maybe what we had before: name, age, and gender. And we're going to set this one value, and we set it to perpetual, and set the second item to be maybe 30, and set the third item to be female. Now we have two iterables, so we want to convert these two iterables to a dictionary. So now how do we do that? So we can call it so we can call it new, and we set it to our dictionary opening and closing, and we are going to say that x, that is the key, and we pass in our colon, and then we are going to say that the second one is y. For x comma y, in we now pass in this zip method and enclose the key and the value in it. So we are saying that the x is matched to the key, that is the individual members of the x is matched with the key, and the individual members of the y is matched with the value. So, and they are still the same values of x and y. So we are telling them that, okay, print x as the key and y as the value, and where you are going to get it is that you will see x and y in a combination of this key and value. So now I'm going to save this, and I'm going to print new. We now see that we have name perpetual, age 30, and gender female. Okay, so I'm going to give another example of dictionary comprehension, and in this example we are going to be nesting the dictionary comprehension. So we are going to be having a range of numbers, and in the first range all the numbers are going to be the key, and the second range we are going to carry the entire range of number, iterate through it, create an expression on it, and match it to the key of the first range. So now I'm going to set this particular one to maybe data, and I'm going to set it to a dictionary, and we have x, and we put our colon, and I will open another dictionary, and I'm going to call this one y, and open another colon. So now this is a dictionary, and inside this dictionary we have another dictionary. So what is going to be the values of the items in the inner dictionary? So the inner dictionary is going to have, well, anywhere you see x, use it and multiply y, right? Use it and multiply the current value of y for that particular index, right? And so I'm going to have maybe x multiplied by y for y in range 7. So we are going to iterate 0 to 7. So this x is going to be for x in range 7 again. So we are going to save this now, and we are going to print data and save. So let's run it. So now we have this dictionary. So the zero index or the zero key has this first dictionary, right? And this first dictionary has the value of zero index here is 0, The value of one index is 0. So there is no index in dictionary, but I'm just using that term so that we understand it better. So the value of number two index is 0. So for the second one, because we are at each instance, we are multiplying x and y. So it's like you are bringing 0 from here, and for the first one, you are bringing 0 from here for the first index. So for this 0 index, the value of x here is 0. So you are bringing 0 from the first index, and you are bringing, well, the first index here too is 0. So you are saying 0 times 0, and the value of x is, so the value of this dictionary here is going to be 0 times all of this. So this second one is going to be 1 times all of the range. So the third one is going to be 2 times all of the range, and so on and so forth. So that is how we can, this is just like an example of how we can next an iterable and get a dictionary comprehension. So now I think this is it for this session of the tutorial, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial. And please, if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out through our mentorship platform so that we'll be able to put you through whatever challenges you are going through. So thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next one.